The AI chip wars have begun. Behind Replica's conversational prowess lurks an invisible battle between tech titans, vying to build the ultimate AI processor. In this high-stakes game, Nvidia currently reigns supreme, but hungry contenders are massing forces, determined to carve out their share of this lucrative market. Microsoft is reportedly prepping its opening salvo code named Athena. Their goal is to dethrone Nvidia as the AI chip king. Training cutting-edge AI demands elite processors to crunch mind-boggling datasets. The difference of a few milliseconds in processing time can mean the difference between conversational greatness and gibberish. Will Microsoft's Athena live up to the hype and loosen Nvidia's iron grip? The trillion-dollar AI market hangs in the balance, so let's find out. For now, much of this AI training relies on Nvidia's flagship, A100 and H100 graphics chips. Nvidia has spent decades honing its designs to accelerate AI workloads. The results are unmatched, but the costs are sky high. Last year alone, Nvidia made over $12 billion selling its AI chips. With so much money on the line, you can bet tech companies are scheming for their piece of the pie. Little is publicly known about Athena, but if the rumors are true, it could appear in Microsoft cloud data centers powering Azure AI services and OpenAI. An internal chip would give Microsoft more control over its AI infrastructure and costs. Google, Amazon, Meta, and others are also cooking up their own custom silicon. Having your own chip supply reduces reliance on vendors like Nvidia, and with companies like OpenAI needing thousands of A100 chips just to run a single model, the costs can be eye-watering. Thus, it's no surprise Microsoft and OpenAI are working furiously to seek alternatives. An internal chip-making venture would be the most cost-saving, but even strengthening an Nvidia competitor such as AMD would also limit the exorbitant premiums Nvidia currently charges. It's actually surprising Microsoft is this late to the game on the chip-making front. Perhaps Microsoft's historical focus on software, after all, its name is Microsoft, made the cloud giant hesitant to wade into a costly chip-making effort outside its circle of competence. But it's certainly seeing the necessity now. If Microsoft pulls off Athena, delivers compelling performance per dollar, and moves Azure Cloud to its own silicon, it could dethrone Nvidia's dominance. AI chips are just getting started transforming tech as we know it. Nvidia may dominate today, but they aren't the only AI chip game in town. Major tech firms like Google, Amazon, and Meta are cooking up their own custom silicon to power internal AI needs. Take Google. Their tensor processing units, or TPUs, have been accelerating AI workloads since 2015. Spanning from data centers to smartphones, Google TPUs underscore how custom chips can provide optimization and cost savings. Their latest TPU v4 even incorporates neuron-like sparsity to improve efficiency. Other American tech giants also utilize homegrown AI chips. Amazon's Inferentia for inference jobs, and Trainium for model training. Meta's AI Research Supercluster supercomputer combines Meta and Nvidia chips for AI that can learn using trillions of examples. Microsoft's secretive Athena project started back in 2019, right around the same time it invested $1 billion in OpenAI. According to the information, when Microsoft began working more closely with OpenAI, it determined that the cost of buying GPUs to support the startup, Azure customers and its own products would be too high. Now Microsoft is reportedly accelerating its work on Athena to reduce reliance on costly Nvidia GPUs. But can Microsoft's internal team design a chip to match Nvidia's expertise, which was honed over decades? It's a bold gambit. Athena would likely appear first in Microsoft's Azure cloud data centers to run services like Azure AI and power OpenAI's hungry models. But could Microsoft expand Athena to sell to other customers? That would take even more engineering prowess. While internal chips make sense for the tech giants, outsourcing production to a dedicated foundry is still essential. Even Apple relies on Taiwan's semiconductor manufacturing company, better known as TSMC, to fabricate its custom silicon. TSMC uses extreme ultraviolet lithography (EUV) to manufacture chips on the bleeding edge, tiny features just billionths of a meter wide. The complexity is mind-boggling. EUV machines themselves cost over $100 million each. This advanced manufacturing is critical for state-of-the-art AI hardware, but it also introduces risks if geopolitical tensions escalate. TSMC produces chips designed by both American and Chinese companies. If China asserts control over Taiwan, TSMC's capacity for American firms could shrink. Rivalries could also prompt restrictions on what tech can be shared with China. TSMC walks a delicate line trying to satisfy all its customers, while the tech giants focus on in-house designs. Don't count out startups just yet. Companies like Cerebras Systems and Sambonova Systems are challenging orthodoxy with radically different approaches specialized for AI workloads. Cerebras takes the opposite approach to Nvidia by using a massive wafer-scale chip with the surface area of an entire silicon wafer as its processor. Sambonova also promises optimizations through its unique architecture and technologies. Startups have more freedom to experiment with bleeding-edge concepts before productizing them. Their agility can complement the scale of big tech. A startup may not dethrone Nvidia today, but it could disrupt the future landscape. This innovation will only accelerate. We are still in the early innings of specialized hardware for artificial intelligence. As algorithms and applications evolve, so must the underlying chips. It will take continued software-hardware co-design to deliver the next breakthroughs. While titanium may be strong, it is brittle. A swordmaster knows to fold and layer steel upon itself to gain resilient strength. A similar interplay between hardware and software forges an unbreakable AI blade. The giants know this interdependence well. Their massive resources and patient focus on co-design allow the creation of uniquely tailored silicon. Startups slice through assumptions. Together, they sharpen AI's cutting edge. China sees AI supremacy as critical for its global ambitions. Chinese tech giants and the government are investing heavily to develop homegrown chips that can compete with America's best. The goal is for China to become self-sufficient and able to design and produce advanced AI chips without foreign reliance. But realizing this vision won't be easy. Advanced chip fabrication relies on specialized equipment controlled by just a handful of American and European suppliers. Furthermore, the US has enacted export controls to block the supply of cutting-edge semiconductor technology to China. These restrictions threaten to thwart China's ambitions to attain self-sufficiency in AI chips. Chinese firms still lag significantly behind in the most complex chip manufacturing. As geopolitical and trade winds shift, we may see more balkanization in the chip industry. The US and its allies tighten their grip over the highest-end semiconductor supply chains. Companies like Nvidia and TSMC with unique IP stand to benefit. In the end, true mastery will require excellence across both chip architecture and advanced manufacturing. It takes billions in investment and years of experience to push the envelope on both fronts. So while Nvidia and TSMC lead for now, disruption swirls in this high-stakes industry. Only time will tell who vaults ahead when the dust settles. But the next decade of innovation promises to unleash even more powerful AI. Exciting times are ahead. The winners will shape society and technology for years to come. Both enterprises and individuals will benefit from the impending wave of progress, as long as ethics and responsibility guide the way forward. And that's all for today. If you're excited about AI innovations and want to stay updated with the latest trends and insights, subscribe and turn on notifications. Remember, AI is not our enemy, but our ally, ushering us into a future of endless possibilities.